Immediate medical assistance is of utmost importance in the case of accidents and certain illnesses. This immediate first response is known as the first aid. Different types of first aid are given for different types of injuries. In some injuries, a lot of blood is lost from the body and becomes a threat to life. In such cases, the victim is given blood taken from some other person. This method of transferring blood is called blood transfusion. Blood is the vital body fluid that is constantly recreating itself. That is why blood transfusion does not affect the body in a negative way. New blood cells can effectively regenerate within 24 hours. The four main blood groups are A, B, AB, and O. Blood is classified into different groups based on the presence or absence of antigens or agglutinogens in the red blood cells. Various antibodies or agglutinins are seen in blood plasma. A group blood contain antigen A and antibody B. B group blood contains antigen B and antibody A. AB group contains both antigen A and B. Antibody is absent in it. There is no antigen in O group. Antibody A and B are present in O group blood. During blood transfusion, presence of another type of antigen called Rh factor is also to be considered along with A and B antigen. Those possessing Rh factor are known as Rh positive and those not possessing it as Rh negative. When blood having Rh factor is received by a person not having Rh factor, no problem arises immediately. But gradually, his body develops antibodies against Rh factor. When the same factor reaches the body again, the antibodies which are already formed act against Rh factor and destroy the RBCs in the transfused blood. Antigen, antibody, and Rh factors are different in each blood group. When two different blood types are mixed, this can result into agglutination or the clumping of blood. Such clump of blood obstructs the flow of blood through capillaries and eventually lead to death. O group blood can be safely given to all people. So O group is known as universal donor. AB group can be received by all other groups. So AB group is known as universal recipient. Now let us examine how the Rh level influences a pregnant woman and her unborn child. Rh incompatibility occurs when an Rh negative mother is impregnated by an Rh positive father. If the mother is pregnant with her first baby, Rh incompatibility is not as much of a concern. But during parturition, when the placenta is separated, the Rh factor in the blood of the baby may reach the mother's blood. Then the mother's blood forms antibodies against this factor. During subsequent pregnancies, if the child is Rh positive, the antibodies which are already formed may reach the embryo through placenta and cause coagulation of fetal RBCs, resulting in defective fetal development or even the death of the fetus. This condition is known as erythroblastosis fetalis. This can also be considered as a defense mechanism of the body. Like animals, plants also get infection due to the attack of microorganisms. Plants also possess mechanisms to prevent the entry of germs and attack them if they enter. It is through structural and biochemical mechanisms that plants effect this defense. You may have noticed that the leaves of plants like lotus and colocasia have a waxy coating on their leaves. This helps to prevent the entry of germs. When germs enter the body, the plants recognize the chemical substances present in them. As a result, substances like certain proteins, salicylic acid, and ethylene are produced. Through the presence of these substances, the information about the infection is transmitted to all parts of the plant body. Subsequently, structural changes occur in the cells of different plant tissues to fight germs. Since infection causes damage to metabolic activities, the defense mechanism which we learned is very essential for the existence of life.